Just finished editing and rendering last week's vlog. It was kind of stressful and underwhelming. Um, Part of the thing is like looking back and seeing, scenes that didn't work, times where you recorded and you thought you had good lighting but you didn't, and also just like the camera I'm using right now is a backup, so the audio and the video quality comparatively, and even the few clips from my Nikon camera at the beginning of the week, and like we thought it was just the shutter that was screwed up, but then there was also the anti-shake thing was screwed up, and anyways, shipped off my Nikon camera last week, like midweek, and just heard back today. It has arrived at the repair place or whatever Nikon does, wherever it is, but so it has arrived. I think it takes like 24 hours or something before they will like give a diagnostic, and then we'll figure out whether or not they'll cover it under warranty and how long it'll take to repair, or if I just whatever. Basically, we'll figure it all out, find it all out then. But the vlog for today is done. Been a bit better today than yesterday. I know yesterday I had a kind of really bad start to the day because I had some really bad nightmares, which kind of set off like a depressive bout. But I still did get a bunch of stuff done yesterday, even though I didn't feel good. I did get some work done. And today I was procrastinating on working on the vlog because I knew that the footage was mostly me being sick and all that stuff. So I was procrastinating on dealing with it because I didn't want to do it. I was just kind of unhappy about it. So while I was procrastinating, I got a bunch of emails done that I didn't want to do. Well, actually there was only like one I didn't want to do, but I got it done. And then I got a couple other emails done, and doing some work on preparing and planning the new 1.10 Phedran vanilla Minecraft server. So picking out a spawn, picking out a seed, all that kind of stuff. Still need to figure out when we're going to launch it and everything, but all in due time. Also filled in a whole bunch more of my journal yesterday. Really just kind of breaking it in, getting used to writing in it, because you're so scared of like writing on especially like a clean page. You're like, I don't want to waste money, I don't want to waste this product, I want to do it right the first time, so just getting used to writing into it, and also figuring out the order that I want things in and what information I want to write down and what I don't. And one of the books in there I have just basically like lists and stuff, so ideas mostly, but having it all in one place is really, I'm excited about that. So far I'm really digging it. I'm really liking using it. It's definitely way too heavy to kind of carry with me everywhere. That's why, I don't think I actually showed, but when we went to town the one time I got a bunch of little like A7 or something size booklets so that I can put one in my pocket, and then like I can just scribble down whatever, and then when I get home or at the end of the day or whatever, I can fill that information into my journal, traveler's notebook, whatever. Yeah, so far I'm really liking it. Tempted to get something smaller, but for now I do have the little notebooks, so I don't need to spend more money on something else that I don't actually need. Yeah, today's been a better day. I have been basically like doing work for an hour or two, and then laying down and trying to take care of a headache or a tension problem, and then working for half an hour or an hour or something, and then laying down. And so I just finished editing the vlog, and I have a bit of a tension headache, and like my neck and my head and my back are kind of hurting, but the vlog has been edited. Now I just need to click on upload and wait about a year and a half while YouTube throttles the upload, and then wait for it to be processed, and then I can finally put it live. This is why usually the vlogs haven't been going out until after my freaking bedtime, but I think for North American viewers it's probably not a big deal. I don't know, it annoys me, but just have that to do. Dinner is going to be shortly, and I'm gonna lay down for a bit, kind of rest, de-stress, and just relax all the muscles in my body that are tensed up now from working. Probably watch something with dinner and then have a bath because I meant to have one yesterday and my bath schedule's all messed up, man. It's all my fault mostly, but yeah. And for some reason my throat kind of hurts today and I don't know why because I haven't recorded anything, but hopefully, fingers crossed, this week I won't spend the entire week puking and or in pain, so I can actually try to start getting some recording done, because that would be really nice. I'm definitely missing it, and I have a lot of things I could do, so fingers crossed tomorrow I get to go back to recording. Woke up today in pretty excruciating pain, just my upper jaw, gums area. Took some medication to deal with that, and then the medication made me nauseous. So then ate food to deal with that, and then now I'm still kind of in pain, but I'm not nauseous, and I'm at least semi-functional. But it seems like we have the second or third batch of baby sparrows. There's a bunch of little quivering fluffy butts getting fed, and it looks like the great tits are working on another set, possibly, or something, because there's one of the great tits that's acting very furtive and just kind of flying in, grabbing food, and flying right back into the tree and acting a bit differently than normal. So we think they've got another pair or set of babies in the nest, possibly. But yeah, been a lot of squabbling sparrows and starlings and blue tits and gray tits, and saw the robin today, very briefly. But it's kind of overcast, not raining yet though, a little bit windy, so I might spend a bit of time outside just to get away from screens. My throat's kind of bothering me because we did a bit of talking earlier today about stressful things, but in a good way. Basically trying to work on some things that I can do to help get over some past stuff and possibly improve my nightmare situation, because I have a lot of nightmares. So it was a good talk, but also stressful. And then usually, like, that's when my throat is the worst, is if I talk about stressful things or get anxiety. So and my lips are super dry too. But it's time for lunch. Gonna have some lunch and then see if I can actually get something done today. So I had other plans for today, but right now I'm setting up Crackpack so that I can play on the Mindcrack Crackpack server. Apparently a video got Good to add me last night while I was sleeping, and everybody else knows because Good was streaming while he added me, so setting that all up and getting very confused and very overwhelmed. It's under on the bottom. Pigeon. Yeah, pigeon. Hello, pigeon. You are very pretty. One stick down. Was there 2 bits? Don't prickle yourself. Don't fall into the prickles. Ta-da! We scored! Da-da-da-da! Look at that! freaking huge. That's gonna be multiple projects. Nice. And it's the whole anti-rust kind. So it looks pretty and doesn't rust. I'm excited. The things you find in the garbage. And we brought back a couple stakes to help with the plants doing their thing. And all these squashes look very happy with very big leaves, like well, even the nibbled ones. They're like almost as big as my face. And lots of little blossoms. This is the lemon cucumber. Still don't see, like these guys are looking a little bit, I don't know. I'm worried about these, but these guys are very happy. Very happy. Very many little blossoms. Spider plants are super happy. As you can see, this is the first one that started having little, like, sprouting babies coming off of it. Now, one of the babies on here is almost as big as the original spider plants we got. The inverted one, same thing. These two are pushed together to kind of lean against each other. But it's got little babies coming off of it. And then the third one also has babies now. Babies for everybody. So, and this is the original. We got this one aloe plant from IKEA. As you can see, there's a bunch of little pups growing there, and these are all pups we separated out. And even the pups are having pups. Pups for everybody. So I had a generally okay sleep. Woke up at like 2 in the morning. Couldn't fall asleep for like another hour or so at least. Had lots of nightmares, and I think woke up a few other times. Woke up in the morning nauseous. Managed to have a bit of banana and milk before puking. It's kind of like a reverse milkshake, so it was okay actually. Probably the best puking I've had in a long time. And yeah, spent a lot of the morning sitting in front of a toilet, waiting to see if I was going to puke again, and then the rest of the afternoon napping or just sitting in bed with a bucket at hand. I don't really feel any nausea anymore, but I still have a lot of pain. My eyes and my neck are specifically giving me a lot of issues. But I'm gonna get dressed and try to just get some air, get some movement. I woke up at like freaking 7:30 or something this morning, went outside, tried to have breakfast, but just apparently being productive and healthy was not in the cards today. So spent most of yesterday playing on the Crackpack server. Didn't get like super far or anything progression wise. Mostly just figuring out things and figuring out a place to live. I had to take a lot of breaks just because of headaches and tension and stuff like that, but I tried to take care of myself as good as possible. Got a message back from Nikon. My camera should be in the mail now, I think. I think it was sent back yesterday. Should be fully repaired and under warranty, so that's pretty awesome. I got my baby back! Got my baby back. Just came in the mail. And they actually sent an extra battery with it. I don't know why, but gonna put the strap on it and just enjoy having it back. Alright, got the strap back on. Woo! This is the extra battery, and I already had 2 other batteries plus the battery that's in there, so I can now have 3 fully charged batteries as extras when I go out and do stuff. Just gotta charge this one up. So, since I can't actually get an additional microphone for the camera, something we're going to try is a micro wind jammer, just to help with any external noise and specifically wind. But basically it's just a furry thing you put on the microphone, and I'm not sure how this is going to fit because the microphones on this camera are right beside the lens. So now my camera has old man eyebrows. We'll see if this actually helps anything. Okay, so today we're going to try to make some fat balls, which is basically just like suet and seed It's like a little bird feed kind of thing. This is one we prepared earlier. Now, this is one we got at the dollar store. Pound store, I guess. But we're going to try and replicate something like this that we can fill our bird feeder with. Part of the reason we made fat balls today is because this is all we have left. So I'm gonna move these into the bucket and then fill up the feeders with whatever is needed. Now we'll see which fat ball they like the best. Well, I was gonna mow today. No, not so much. So, it's been kind of a weird couple days. Finally got my camera back on Friday, which was great. That was a positive. Had a few positive things happen, but generally, most days I either wake up in pain or I'm just in pain in general most of the day. So, and I still have had some more nausea and puking as well, so that's all fun. But I generally just haven't really gotten anything done, and I've been kind of struggling with that and struggling with still being sick and being like just so exhausted of being sick. So, I don't know. I was gonna mow and maybe do some yard work today, but it's just raining a lot, so that's not gonna happen. So I'm probably going to do some minor things on the computer, maybe work on some stuff in my journal, maybe do a test recording. Not really sure. Still definitely a work in progress and kind of sorting out how I want to use this and what I want to do in it, but I just figured I'd do a little bit of a flip through of what I'm doing so far in my journal notebook thing. So in the front I've got some cute little page flags. I haven't actually used any of those. I don't really use the side pockets too much yet. I got one of these, which is basically it's got a zip pouch on one side and a card holder on another. And then so I've got, this is like my long-term to-do list, stuff that I've been procrastinating on or stuff that takes a long time or like stuff that's important but I don't want to be rewriting every single day and then stressing out about. And then also in the zip pouch I've got some little more page flag things and a ruler, and I can also use this as an area to do like kind of a dashboard. I also have, I forgot, I just have some post-it notes kind of stuck in here hiding. That's probably not going to be where they live forever, but that's where they're living for now. And then I have just kind of like it's like a habit tracker basically, but instead of like habits, I'm tracking water, exercise, mood, pain, and sleep, and then just kind of like one line. And this is all of July, and I did kind of mess up the order and everything, but basically every day I can say like, okay, well I did do a little bit of exercise, I did drink this much water, you know, I felt happy, I slept, you know, just a general, so I can look back. And this month is not very good. Most of it is negative. But, you know, then I can look back and be like, oh, okay, like I got 0 sleep that day, or, you know, I didn't sleep very well, or, oh, I puked that day. You know, it gives me a really, because I have a surprisingly terrible memory for certain things. And especially stuff like pain, I try to put it out of my head, so this way I can look back and be like, oh, that's why I'm not feeling great, you know, after 3 weeks of not sleeping very well, or not drinking enough water, or whatever. So that's just for my own personal use. That's the first book. I've got some business cards, I've got some stickers. I haven't really decided like what else I'm going to use this part for, and there is also like a big pocket on this side, but this is just kind of like placeholder stuff basically. In the next book, this is my kind of like a bullet journal, kind of like a week at a glance. So like here's the week at a glance. Saturday and Sunday just go on the same square. So I've got 6 squares along the top. And then I can kind of like, if I need to schedule something in or whatever else, like I haven't actually had anything to really schedule, but I can also just at a glance, once again, be like, oh, okay, so you know, I need to edit the vlog on that day, and oh, I want, like, there's one thing I want to do that day, I'll put it on there. And then I kind of go through and every day, you know, I'll write down the day, the date, and then what I want to do or what I have done. And a big thing about it for me is not just to have a to-do list, but specifically to have like a done list, so I can look back and be like, oh man, I didn't do anything on Tuesday. And it's like, well, actually, I scheduled my mail vlog, and I did a Patreon update, and did some stuff for my planner, and I did some stuff with my pens. You know, so just little stuff like that. So far really liking that, but that'll probably evolve later on as well. And then in the next book, I have just basically like video ideas. So, like for example, this is art video ideas. I think, what's a good one? I don't want to give away too many secrets here, but, oh, like, so here's like a list of possible games to LP. And then also like some stuff for Life in the Woods. Got some merch ideas, some ASMR ideas, got some podcast ideas. There's all kinds of stuff. So basically this is just like lists and references, and also specifically, like, because a lot of the time I'll have the same kind of ideas for the same kinds of things, like specifically videos. So it's like I can be, you know, like say for podcast, I can write down like, oh, what about this? And then I'll just write down like a note or a message or something to remind myself of the thing I was thinking about, and I can look back and I can look over all of my ideas in one place. And it's just very helpful for me. This last book is Blank Pages, and I haven't actually put anything in it. I wrote Brain Dump just so that it wasn't a blank page, but I still haven't written anything in it. I might just like journal or doodle, or like this might be kind of like the everything kind of book, where I just put whatever I want. This is a secret project, so we won't be looking at that, but I've got stuff and things and stuff there. But Yeah, generally it's working out pretty well. It is quite hefty and quite thick, even though it just has four notebooks in it, but I really love the smell, I really love the touch, I really love using it, and so far so good. I also do have, let's see here, I have a tiny notebook and a tiny fountain pen, and I just kind of keep these in my pocket so that I have somewhere to put little ideas, or I'll put this in my purse like if we're going to town, and then that way if I think of something I can write it down, and when I get back home I can just put that into my full-size journal. And I think right now I've got, well, I'm knocking things over. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors of ink. I should have 8, so I'm missing 1. I don't know which one I don't have in a pen right now. But I have, let's see here, Platinum Preppy Fine with Diamine Meadow. I've got a Jinhao, I guess medium, and I think this one has Sepia. And then I have a Platinum Preppy medium. This one just has black. Another Jinhao clear, and this one has Eau de Nile. I think it's looking like Ancient Copper is the one that isn't in a pen right now. Ooh, or maybe Autumn Oak. Ooh, I don't think I've even really played with Autumn Oak. I gotta remember to put that in the pen. Alright, got another Jinhao, and I think this one has... maybe this one has... I don't remember what this one has. I'll have to check later, I guess. I can just put it on my finger. Maybe that one's Sepia? What's in this one then? I'm just like literally writing on my finger. Oh, okay, so that one is Ancient Copper, I guess, maybe. And then I'm just making a mess here. And then I have my Lamy Safari Lamy Safari with Dark Lilac, and Lamy Safari Vista with China Blue. So yeah, the only color of ink that I don't have in anything yet that I have access to is Autumn Oak. So I need to put that in a pen. And then I'll have literally every color at my disposal in a pen. But yeah, I need to put that out into a pen. Yeah,